So, on the way to New Brunswick's St. Martin's, we crossed the Confederation Bridge. What's really cool about it is like probably one of the longest bridges in the entire world as well. It took us back to New Brunswick and we stayed the night. So now I'm back in New Brunswick and I'm also checking out some of the cool sights around here. What's most interesting is that you can actually see the low tide right behind me. Even the boats, they're sitting in a little stands. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's pretty cool as well. So it's probably early mornings still. Well, 10, 11 if you call it early. But right now we're still under low tide as well. So probably in a few hours, this whole area is just going to be on really high tide. And the boats behind me would be floating as well. Okay, that over there are the sea caves. It's still low tide, so we should be okay of entering. If I were you, I would just make sure I was wearing my sandals by the time I arrive, because you may have to cross at least 2 river channels in order to get to the sea caves. I'm not even sure if they're either freshwater because it's going downstream or saltwater because it's coming from the sea, but my gut tells me that it's not a good idea to test it. But this is what it's like when you cross on the other side. Just make sure you just wear sandals to go across and be careful where you step. It's still really shocking to know that during high tide, this is what it hides. Right now I'm in low tide still, and I can explore inside the caves. But it's really interesting as well. Now, there's one thing I also want to check out. This area of the sea caves. I'm not sure how big it is or how deep it goes, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. This is another one of the sea caves that the ocean hides during high tide. It's amazing inside. Well, it's just a bit of a dead end, but I thought the sea caves would go a lot deeper, or caves would go deeper as well. But wow, it's amazing. It's so hard to believe that the ocean during high tide would hide all this as well. I wonder what sea creatures would have lived in here during high tide. It was surprising there was also a little trail around the area as well, to probably get to another point where you can see more of these sea caves. But the one thing that I highly recommend that you do not do is try to step onto the seaweed. They were underwater, so most likely it would be really slippery to slip, to even step on, or even to walk on, so don't do it. Oh wow. There are a couple more sea caves around here. Cool. And up there, I think that's where the water line would be, like during high tide. I think there's another sea cave behind that rock over there. I guess we'll find out. One of the things that I was tempted to do was try to describe this place, but no words or pictures can even describe it. But I was thinking maybe lines can. Lines from a hexagram. So that's what I did. I decided to draw the hexagram to fill up this place, like the environment as well. I think I got the idea from like the I Ching cards that I have on me as well. But you may not see from this angle as well, but this is what I wanted to write. Hexagram number 7, Earth over water. This is how I would describe this place using a Chinese hexagram.
I think I need coins or my sticks for this, but definitely here, this feels like hexagram number 7. Multitude, because at the bottom lower here, this is the trigram for water, and this is the trigram for earth. And it feels this way. Earth, and over there is the ocean, so it's like water. Okay, going to the sea caves was probably one of the coolest parts that you can visit to when you're in New Brunswick. St. Martin's, New Brunswick. Although this area is known to be like really slippery and muddy as well. But the good thing is that the streams behind me, they're really convenient to wash down your feet or any mud off your legs as well. It's still shocking to know like how much secrets that the ocean has to hide and what we have to explore down there as well. But one thing for sure is during low tide like this, it may be the best to visit these sea caves. So after a good lunch, right now I'm on the Fundy Trail Parkway, and basically it's almost going to be the same of like what I drove in Nova Scotia as well. So I have right now the map, and according to the map, it looks like there's like this driving trail in which it just stops up at certain points, like lookout points and even hiking trails as well. And I guess we'll see what the road takes us like this. So this is like one of the lookouts on the Parkway roads that you can drive up to, and this is called Fawn's Lookout. It's really nice actually. Like the coast of New Brunswick and the cliffside, it's pretty cool. I also wonder what's down there, but I highly doubt I have time. According to the map here, we should be at location number 3, Malvern Beach Lookout. So this must be it, but I don't see a beach though. Just a lot more trails along the lookout points as well. But I just feel a lot cooler up here. I think because we're in higher elevation. This must be Malvern Beach Lookout.
I think so. This is Malvern Beach Lookout, so that must be Malvern Beach.
Yep. Melvin Beach. So this is one of the trail parks that you can actually visit to when you're on Fundy trails. So far there's some observation decks like these, and also more pathway as well. So it looks like I'm going to go down this pathway to see the falls a little bit closer. This is it. Up close it's Filler Falls as well. It's amazing. So right now I'm in one of the parking lot areas, and specifically I'm on P8. What's cool about P8 is that basically there's this like paved trail where you can take a walk and go to the suspension bridge as well. And that right there is the suspension bridge. Looks pretty cool. And I love the background behind it as well. Okay, now we are going to go on the suspension bridge to see how cool it is. Whoa, it's pretty rocky so far. Besides, this bridge can like only support 10 people maximum as well. Oh, there's a little cute beach area as well. Okay, so from the suspension bridge, I'm now at this little gravel beach area. Oh, cool. Cane stones. I think I kind of want to make one. Oh, wow. This is one of the examples of how high tide is like around here. Oh, even check that out. Over there, I was just right over there just this morning as well, around like 10, 11-ish. It looks like I was wrong, so it doesn't look like it covers the sea caves. Or covers that area full of water. That's what I mean. But it did cover a lot of the other areas of the beach. It's not just the sea caves that we were over there as well. It's also the boats right behind me. Remember this morning at around 10, 11 that I was here? Well, this is the big contrast with the tides. It's amazing. This is even probably going to be the last time I dip my feet in the water. I might as well make it count. Because tomorrow I'm on the plane back to Toronto. So after a 40-minute drive from St. Martin to St. John, we have now arrived into St. John's, but only at a special place in St. John's. This is known as the Reversing Fall Rapids as well. I'm not sure why, but you can actually see the rapids. I think it has something to do with the tide, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Anyway, I guess we'll find out why it's called that. It sure is a cool sight. And down there, under the bridge, they do look like the rapids. I don't know why sometimes, or how it even reverses. Oh, check it out. Looks like it's a whirlpool with the high tide coming in and the low tide coming out. I think that's what's going on. Okay, so from this bridge, you can actually walk up to this viewing platform which I am standing. And also check out a better view of the rapids as well, or reversing rapids. I think there's the whirlpool down there in the shadow, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it. At this rate, it looks like we'll be just waiting to see the tide coming in and see the current probably going down this way or something. I mean, this way. I'm not so sure. So it's a foggy day, and today is my very last day here at the Atlantic coast of Canada, and I'm supposed to be headed home to Toronto. But there's one thing that I want to do. I want to stop by here, this fortress, or this tower, Carleton Martello Tower. And apparently this tower was used in the War of 1812. It's pretty cool. But the coolest thing is like with the weather so far, like right now it's really foggy behind me. It has that ominous vibe into it as well. But everything has been going really well with the Atlantic Maritimes coast. I'm hoping to visit again one day in the future. There's nothing like being back home in Toronto. And I'm really going to enjoy visiting the Maritimes as well. I wonder if I'll ever return again. But there was a lot of neat stuff that I did. I really enjoyed the deep sea fishing, the Anna Green Gables visit, and also the kayaking experience as well. The long roads, they're kind of hypnotizing and all, but it was also pretty cool too. And as well as the weather, the sun was shining, and everything was really happy. I wonder if I'll visit one day in the future and look back in this video, thinking of all the things I did now, from 20 or 30 years from now, or even longer. But hey, time only can tell, and who knows what might happen. Anyway, so if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on social media. I'll see you guys later on my next adventures. Bye!